What up? This is Sean Mullins again. My YouTube channel has officially been set. It is Sean Mullins. Like I told you, I just uploaded 2 videos today, but I want to upload a third one. And today I'm going to talk about something. Today I'm going to talk about me, myself, and so you can get to know me better. Just to give you a recap, my first video was about the Charlie Chill, and the second video was just a tester because I didn't know if my YouTube channel or whatever or videos had been successful. Okay, so this third video is going to be about me. Alright. My name is Sean Elliott Mullins. I was born on December the 21st, 2001. I'm 15 years old. I was born at Floyd Medical Center in Rome, Georgia. And I am blind. I was born blind. The doctors and my mother, the doctors didn't figure it out until 2002. So I was born with a diagnosis called optic nerve hypoplasia. And what that means is the optic nerve is too small to go through, therefore I cannot see. Optic nerve hyperplasia is the optic nerve is too big, so that kind of makes sense.
Stop recording.
Anyway,
button.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my voiceover on my iPhone. I'm sorry. Anyway, anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I was blind since birth, and I can see light and dark 100%. I can tell when it's light and when it's dark in the room. I can tell when it's light and dark. And people kind of doubt me on this. Excuse me. People kind of doubt me that I can see somewhat shadows and somewhat movements, but I really can sometimes. For instance, this teacher, I won't say her name. This teacher, when I was at a space camp not too long ago in Huntsville, it's been about 9.5 months ago. She held up fingers in front of my face, and I counted the fingers. I really looked with my face. I wasn't cheating, and I was right. Like, she held up, I thought it was 2, and it was right. She did hold up 2, and so people kind of doubt me on it sometimes, but whatever. Anyway, and so we moved to Talladega, my parents and I. And and when I was 3, I attended the Helen Keller School for the Blind in Talladega, Alabama. And most of y'all know who Helen Keller is. Now I went to school there when I was 3 and when I was 4 years old, and I associated with a lot of blind people. I associated with a lot of deaf people, and that was back in like 2004, 2005, and then there was this one girl named Taylor, and I think one of her eyes was missing, and I think she and I kind of had a good relationship with each other. Anyway, so we moved back to Rome, because my father and I were, going through troubles or whatever, and so we moved back, and we moved to Rome because, see, I temporarily lived in Atlanta with my grandparents because, my parents and whatever, they were going through a divorce and, whatnot. I'll address that in another video. So we moved to Rome, and I went to Johnson when I was in kindergarten back in 2007. And I had this teacher, and I had this parapro that she and I didn't get along quite well, but we still kind of talked to each other somewhat. And then I went to model when I was in first grade back in 2008. And I was kind of a brat. I misbehaved a lot, but I was kind of going through stress because of the fact that my father and my mother were getting a divorce. They're always fighting and whatnot. So I went. My parents got a divorce in 2009, and so that was a little rough on me. That was a little rough on my grandparents. That was a little rough on the family, but I still tried to succeed, to do my best, and whatnot. But I've made really good grades in elementary school. I've made really good grades in middle school, and I'm about to go to the ninth grade. I'm about to be in high school, and sixth grade I started in middle school. I was kind of getting used to middle school. Then about a year or two ago, about 2 years ago, my grandfather and I started going to church, because we've been going to church and Sunday school for years. Like, we went to church when I lived in Atlanta with my grandparents, and then I found God. What Jesus Christ is and what it means to be a Christian. But because me and my grandfather, we thought it was both time to start. It was about that time for me to start learning about God. You know what I'm saying? It's about time for me to start learning about Jesus Christ and God. And so we visited many churches. We visited Pleasant Valley South in Rome, Pleasant Valley North, and West Rome Baptist. And then we found a church we really liked. It's called First Baptist Church, Rome, Georgia. It's on 4th Avenue. I get along with all my friends there. I have great interaction with people there. And in 7th grade, I joined the church, and that's when I became a student council member for my school. And 7th grade, I had it all. I had great grades. I've really matured a lot since, elementary school and 6th grade, because, I was kind of behaving badly. Like I'd just act out in class, that I'd just laugh and not do my work, and I didn't really have that good of a work ethic. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really have a good of that work ethic that I now have. Anyway, so 7th grade, I joined the student council. I was a member of the student council for my 7th grade for my homeroom, and so I was just saying the fact that that was really good. I did a lot of events there, and that's also when I started doing a lot of mission work. I did what's called the Canathon, and that's for my school. And what that was the fact that you bring in 100 cans, or $33. It's canned goods for the people who need it, canned or perishable or box goods, and box goods or canned goods that feed the poor people and the people that don't have any food, or food for the weekend or whatever. So what happened was I did that, so I feel like that was kind of mission work, because I helped out the community. I helped out, people that needed the food, and people that needed whatnot, and then that went well. And then in March 2016, 2 days after Christmas, 2015, I joined First Baptist Church. I was a member there. Then in January the 31st, that's my mother's father. That's my maternal grandfather's birthday. I went to church, and I got baptized, and I got baptized in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That may have been my proudest accomplishment ever, really. That would be my proudest accomplishment. And so what happened was, I got baptized, and it made me feel good, man. It made me feel like I was in the hands of the Lord, which is what my goal was to be for like 1 or 2 years, is to be baptized and become a Christian and go to church. Then in March 2016, I went to this thing called March Mission Madness, and March Mission Madness is mission work. I went to Noonan, Georgia with my church, and it's to do things for the people in Noonan, Georgia. Like it says, mission work. So for instance, people had to clean up the yards and rake the leaves and paint houses and build houses and whatnot. My goal was to sort household items such as hangers and put candy and Easter eggs, to give to the kids for Easter. But the sorting of the coat hangers was to put clothes on for the people that don't have any clothes, and and that was good. And so in August of 2016 was the start of my 8th grade year. That was a great start, because my goal for years was to go to space camp, and space camps for visually impaired people. It's over there at the U.S. Space Center in Huntsville, Alabama. So on August 26, 2016, I was just going into school like a normal human being, like a normal student, and then morning announcements came on, and I think one of my teachers, my vision teacher, whatever,
News.
which is
Fox News.
I'm sorry, people. My vision teacher, who's retired now, but she's still, I think, to be considered one of my best teachers I'll ever have and I'd ever have. I think she wanted them to announce my something. What I did was I got a Delta Gamma scholarship for Delta Gamma. It was $600, so they basically gave me a scholarship to go to space camp, and that made me feel so good, because that's what I was wanting, because it's $800. I mean, good grief, who can afford that? And the VI program paid $200. Because see how it all started in May of 2016. I wrote an essay just convincing them to give me a scholarship, and because who can afford $800? Good grief. So in late September 2016, I went to space camp, and I had the time of my life. I interacted with a bunch of blind people and visually impaired people. Different nationalities were there. It's national because people from all over the world, people from all over America, and people from like Israel and Africa and Nigeria and excuse me, just everywhere. And so what happened was I met several people that I really liked. A lot of them have been blind since birth, and it just gave me the time to experience blind people, and it gave me more practice about being independent, because me being blind, people just think I'm helpless and hopeless, which I'm not. I can do more things for myself than sighted people can, and I choose to do more for myself than people think I do. But anyway, so and that's just an introduction about myself. That's just getting for you guys to know who I am. And when I go to college, I'm hoping to do something in the technology field, because I really think computers are very, very fascinating, and like digital programming and whatnot, about how Windows works and how Windows 10 and Microsoft and computer viruses and whatever. So my goal is to get a degree in technology. But anyway, guys, that's just an introduction about myself. Like I told you, my YouTube channel has officially been up. It's called Sean Mullins, and subscribe. On my Charlie Chill video, I got 3 views, so that's a good start. My goal is to reach 5 subscribers, because I just started, so 5 subscribers, that's my goal, is to reach 5 subscribers. But anyway, people, subscribe, comment. That's just my introduction about myself, and I'll upload tomorrow or the next day or whatever. So peace out, people. See you on the next one.